Coach Casey. I love watching dudes pound other dudes, man.
Why am I gay? I don't know. Just all this stuff in a row. He's more like a dirt fruit.
Weed!
I mean, he probably had some kind of other Korean name, but we only knew him as Uncle Joe.
I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
All men and women created by you know the thing.
Our country is in serious trouble.
And your mother was begging Barack to stop.
Holler my name!
Ooh, Skinman, villain in disguise.
Voted the #1 podcast to listen to while watching lightning. It's the Middle of the Road podcast with TJ and Coach Casey.
That's my second favorite podcast that we're all on together. The other one is Looking in Your Windows, a little podcast we do. Nothing bad. It wasn't, it's basically where people call us, give us a couple things about them, and then we just kind of break them down. It's basically like we've been looking in their windows for years. So.
Sounds kind of registry.
Well, I mean, I didn't, when I first came up with the podcast, I didn't have that intention.
Okay.
When people listen, they understand that we are truly guys that just get people. And that's why they should join us for this one. I don't get people, obviously, because
You should get more people.
For the show, or?
No, just in general.
Like, get them, like, tickle them, or take them down, or?
Get more people.
All right.
It's not difficult.
Big storm just passed through, which is actually good. Like this time of year, a couple days before 4th of July, especially out here in the war
Wet
zone.
that ground down.
Yeah, especially when you're out here in the war zone. You want it as wet as you can.
It'll dry out tomorrow.
Probably. It's been a billion degrees. It only tells me it's going to be so much more humid. Today's 7-2. This is the Middle of the Road. TJ's here. Skinman's here. It's the first time the whole cast has been here in a while.
Trying something new.
What are you trying? Trying to get everybody here? You seeing how that goes? It's been fun. What have you been up to, Skin Man?
Watched. We're doing what we watching? I'll go ahead.
Well, we can do that. Yeah, I'll do what you watching.
We'll do that right now.
Yeah, let's do what you watching.
It's called Louder Milk.
Okay.
Yep.
And he's almost a surly, over the top surly Casey.
Okay.
This dude from Office Space, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's that's the character, and the premise is he is an AA counselor.
I've seen a few episodes.
I have seen a couple clips from it, and it looks like a good show.
He's wildly inappropriate, and it's fantastic.
I like his style.
Yeah.
Man, I'm mind blown because we talked about since we're doing what you watching to start the show. I'm thrown off, but I've been we'll get into it in a minute, but I've been so out of it the last couple days that I actually watched a couple things and I can't think of the name or what any of them are. That's
Bear.
I watched one episode of the new season of Bear so far. I didn't go full bore into it because I have been sick and I want to enjoy it and I want to remember it. And obviously, like I said, I watched the Who Killed WCW was the last thing I think we talked about last time.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it. I just watched.
Well, what movie have you watched recently?
I don't think I've watched any movies.
Not a movie guy now?
Well,
just a series bloke?
Yeah, I'm a series and TV guy. I don't think I've watched.
I watched 4 different movies in the last week.
What you watching? Maybe I'll think of what I'm watching. I just
told you the one I just watched. It was with Glenn Powell. It's about 1980s college baseball.
Okay.
It's called Everybody Wants Some.
Okay.
We watched another funny movie. It's called Sid is Gonna Die or something like that. Sid is Dead. It was pretty funny. Kind of like about a kid who's major dork in school and he's got 3 rules. It's like, don't stand out, don't do, basically don't stand out. And the one thing he does, of course, he breaks all 3 rules at once. And
stands out. Yeah,
has the biggest bully at school. He tells him to eat a dick or something like that. And the guy's like, fuck did you just say? And he goes, nothing. And, then, of course, the rest of the movie is about him kind of changing the way he does things. And
okay. What else?
I've been watching Fargo. We're on season 4 of that. We watched.
I was trying to look through see if this has my history so I could actually remember what I watched.
We watched this movie with Zac Efron that just came out on Netflix.
Oh, is that the one, like the love story one? I've seen reviews on that.
It was fun. It was good.
Yeah.
It's weird because one of the girls, the main character girl besides Tom Cruise's ex-wife, she's always been like a kid's actor, and now she's like a 24-year-old girl. It's just kind of weird seeing her like that.
I have been watching a little bit of WWE. I've been watching I still always try to watch something, Trailer Park Boys. I watched a couple episodes of the cartoon or their cartoon series, but that I don't.
The Boys. I also started season 4 of The Boys.
God, he has a lot going. How does he?
Well,
of course, I guess he's on the
I
road.
no, I'm not.
Yeah, you're not. You're at home.
That's the problem, dude. I've been gone for fucking months or whatever. I come home and I'm gonna be home until next. I'm not leaving until next Monday. It's fucking brutal. Like, you get used to being gone, and then you get home and you don't have a fucking thing to do.
But you watch all this stuff when you're at home too.
I am at home.
Well, I mean, when you're on the road.
Not really. I don't really watch as much.
But you watch more things than almost anybody I know, and I don't mean that. I mean, if there's something new going on, I need to talk to you about it because you know about it.
Maybe.
I'm not. I watch. I'm still a loser. I watch a ton of Sports Center. I
don't like watching Sports Center anymore.
Well, I don't even just, I guess, mean, but sports stuff, anything that's sports on as I flip by. I play too many video games, but I haven't really been playing video games much lately either. Maybe on my phone, so.
Are we ready to try our drinks before they get cold?
Yeah, I guess
Or
TJ
hot?
brought some drinks, and we'll talk about why I don't know if I can. I'll take a drink of them.
Why don't you tell us what's going on with you?
Okay, I feel like shit, and today's Tuesday. I got annihilated on Saturday at a 4th of July party. Our old buddy Skaggs. I get around him, and shit just gets, I don't know, like competitive and weird. There's volleyball. There's young kids. Like, all these guys have kids that are 17, 18, 16. Happen to be a bunch of kids from, like, Goddard wrestling team there and blah, blah, blah. And so I got stupid drunk. I mean, like, where I remember to a certain point, but I don't remember a lot of points and after. And I mean, I woke up once in the bed I haven't slept in quite a while to go into the other bed, and then Sunday I didn't get out of bed until 3:00.
You are one pathetic loser.
And I still, I mean, like yesterday, I felt like and I went to bed at 9 Sunday.
Dude, it's like Thursday.
It's Tuesday, okay, but
Tuesday.
I felt like I feel like shit. My stomach hurts. I still feel like I have a hangover.
Like
poisoned or I might have, because like here's the thing. At some point, something happened. We beat the kids in volleyball, or they beat us. Let's try this.
By the way, this is Mountain Dew Live Wire.
It just tastes like shitty Mountain Dew.
Yeah, it does taste like shit.
It's just, I mean, watered down Mountain Dew. It's not horrible. Get me another one of glass so I can dump my extra out.
Oh.
Or I guess we can use a new glass, but I figure if you don't want to finish it, I'm going to dump my extra and then you can.
I don't really want to finish mine either.
So it's
dump your extra into there.
It's Mountain Dew and vodka.
Yeah, what's in it?
Tastes like vodka, don't it?
I think to me it's not. It's the flat. It's because it's just flat tasting.
Yeah.
It's not bad. I don't know that it's bad. It's just super flat tasting.
Malt beverage with natural flavors, artificial sweetener, and certified colors.
So I don't think that would be vodkas.
It's certified.
It's certified. All right, let's do another one. Or do you want to wait a minute? Or I don't care.
Here's
But
my cup.
anyways, that's what it is now. His is a happy cup. It is now Tuesday. I still feel like shit. I wrestled Skaggs' kid, who's a 165-pound kid that wrestles at Goddard. I held my own for the old man.
Scagloni has a kid that old?
He's 17.
He has a kid that old?
Yeah, he's got a 16-year-old daughter. Well, no, 13-year-old daughter and a 17-year-old son, something like that.
Does he look like him?
Oh yeah.
Built like him?
Skinnier, a little. He's taller. He's probably 5'9". Maybe, I don't think he's 5'10". 5'9". He's taller than Skaggs. Strong kid, man.
Yeah.
Built. I mean.
He fucked you up?
No, I beat him.
Oh.
I gassed out, and he probably was gonna overtake me, but I also had him in a guillotine and could have choked him out and let it up, And then that's when he rolled me. I thought we were kind of done.
What's his name?
God damn it. Jaden.
He goes to Goddard?
Yeah.
I'll have to ask the girls if they know him. All right, next up is Baja Blast.
It's just Baja Blast? They have a regular. How do you know which is which now?
I think I didn't know.
Skinman don't care, and I don't care.
I don't really
I'm not actually sick. Everything that sounds sick is hangover. We're sampling hard
Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
Same thing. I mean, it's not bad at all.
It's like fucking mouthwash. What do you think, Skinman?
It just tastes like watered down Baja Blast with the. I don't want to finish it, but it tastes like a. It tastes like a lifesaver.
It's a very fancy soap flavor.
Yeah, it's almost like a certain lifesaver aftertaste. You know that little bit of aftertaste on a lifesaver? You know what I'm talking about? Like maybe when you got some of the plastic wrapper on
I was
there.
thinking like maybe like a cough drop.
I could see that maybe. All right. Well, so far, what Skinman likes the orange, right?
Yeah, the orange is good. The live wire.
But anyways, I said I was done drinking for a year, and I'm 2 days into it, and I already feel better
Doesn't
now.
count.
I'll be honest, I feel better.
After this?
These are samples. They don't
You think it was the orange or the Baja
Just
Blast?
that burp right there, if I'm honest.
Now we're going to go regular Mountain Dew. See, it don't have any sugar in it. I think that's kind of the issue.
You're making a mess.
How did I make a mess? It's sweat.
Oh.
Skinman?
Yeah, that Baja Blast. That's
Gross.
He finished
just,
it still.
You know those soaps that are shaped like a flower.
Yeah. That's a pretty good analogy.
And when you're a kid
And
you
you've
don't know
ate-
any better,
when
you
you're a
take
kid.
a big old bite out of soap.
So it's like a week ago.
He means a month ago, yeah.
It was yesterday, and yeah, you just never forget that mistake.
That's okay.
Just fill out Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not bad. It's like a diet Mountain Dew, really.
Yeah. Or Mountain Dew with zero sugar.
Okay.
So let's rank. We're all agreement that Baja Blast is the worst, right?
By far the worst.
Yeah, that's the turd one.
Yeah, that's crap.
That's the shit.
That's crap. I would probably put the orange one number 1, the regular Mountain Dew number 2. I don't want no more. And then the Baja Blast number 6.
I'm gonna go ahead and just dump the Baja Blast.
All right, we're killing the Baja Blast. So if you're going out to try them, try Hard Mountain Dew Live Wire. That was, I think, our winner, unanimous.
Yeah, live wire was the best.
Okay.
I mean the regular hard Mountain Dew, it's tolerable, but definitely not my summer jam.
Real quick before I forget, I don't want to forget today's sponsor. It's America. Freedom since 1776. We're 2 days away from celebrating the holiday, and these would be a decent beverage to sit out in the sun and drink. I could drink golfing. That would be a good, give you. I think it's just got caffeine in it, right? It's got the Mountain Dew traditional
Zero sugar.
but a shit ton of caffeine, right?
I don't know. They made these real small.
Real small.
Yeah, like the
writing. He's old. He said that's old people's talk.
I have 2020. Can I say something super controversial about 4th of July? I fucking hate 4th of July. Like, it's my least favorite holiday.
God, you are probably. I don't know if you're
Can I
even.
tell you why?
Go ahead and tell me why, but
It's fucking hot as shit outside.
yeah.
I wish 4th of July was like
So you hate it where we live.
September of...
You don't hate the idea of 4th of July.
No, I just
I'm glad
hate-
you qualified that, because I think you would have actually.
I like the freedom. I like what 4th of July stands for. Don't really care about the fireworks because I think it's stupid and a waste of money.
Okay.
I don't
You
mind watching.
tight ass.
I don't mind watching other people's
God, a lot of
fireworks.
our audience just hates you
Oh, you can watch
right
it
now.
for free.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't like purchasing fireworks. I
Well,
don't
you
like
live across from a house that a guy killed himself making fireworks. So you do have.
That was the Easter.
and that's well documented.
That was the Easter.
But that is firework related.
Yeah.
Well, the pagan holiday.
Speaking of that, my friend Big T, that one that bought his house next door.
That's building the garage there.
He heard that dude had hundreds of thousands of dollars of cash in the garage that is no longer.
That's gone.
That didn't make it.
Somebody might have found it.
Or found or burned up.
Yeah, you'd think there would be evidence of hundreds of thousands of burned up, but I
So
don't
where
know
do you
what.
rank 4th of July and holidays?
Until I was 26, I would put it in top 2 or 3 as far as just my favorite holiday to celebrate. Fireworks, booze, people. We were usually at the lake, or it was always huge get-togethers, even into my early 20s when the kids were young, and we got together with my buddy Anson, and it was a big clan, and things were just cool, and the kids liked fireworks, and I think, but pre-old man dog thing, it was my favorite. I mean, growing up, dude, you look forward to it. I spent a shit ton of money on fireworks. We always had cool ones. We were poor kids with good fireworks. So, yeah, I would say right behind probably Christmas, and that's, again, that selfish.
Christmas is my favorite.
Yeah, just get shit. You know, growing up, now it's not even up there. It's because I see the commercialization of all of them have been. I mean, just like this, you're talking about how much money you spend to blow shit up. Where do you put it on holidays, buddy?
Very low.
You're not a big fan?
Very low. It's okay.
Even growing up, same way?
Oh, growing up, it's this year is different than last year because I've got scars from fireworks. I've got on my left eyelid, I've got a powder burn from it was actually 20 years ago. Coming up Thursday, I'd blew myself up on a 2-inch mortar.
Yep.
And almost lost my left eye.
Okay.
And the only
fuck,
reason
we could have called you Left
20
Eye
years ago is because my oldest was a baby.
Okay.
So
Easy to remember.
Yeah, we'd have called you Left Eye. Like I said, growing up, it was one of the ones where, like I said, everybody got together, friends, family. I mean, it was just neighborhood celebrations.
Are we doing anything? We talked about it. Right?
I'm down. I don't know if
my wife's bugging.
Last year, I don't know if I shot off. I might have shot off 2 or 3 things. We went down to my mom's, I think. Isaac, last year was one of the first years. Like, if my brother's down, he'll get my son going. They'll go over and shoot off some stuff. I just have kind of lost interest. The noises. I like the sounds. I'll sit out and watch them. I think they're cool.
Yeah, I like that part of it.
Yeah, I love.
I just don't like how hot it is.
I'm with you. Oh, that's what I said. I think that's part of my thing.
The money part.
Yeah, I think I got heat deprivation or some kind of heat sickness on out. I didn't drink a water that day. Drank from noon until midnight when my wife picked me up. Drank.
I think. And to clarify, that is as I've become an older adult. Like when we were in our 20s, and before I had kids, when I was reckless and didn't give a fuck.
Well, I guess I'm confused because, like, to me, there's only really what are the I mean, it's Christmas.
And, I would say the 4.
It's Christmas,
Easter, 4th of July. Let's just say 5. Christmas, Easter, 4th of July, Halloween, and Thanksgiving.
Okay, but I don't even put Easter up there just because. And maybe as a little kid, and I don't mean that in a. I just mean as far as, and I guess I should, because that was another celebration. Our family wasn't real religious growing up. So now, as in a later life with Amy's family, it's huge gatherings. Growing up, I think all we did was we went to Joyland every year for the Boeing or Spirit Easter egg hunt. Yeah, and that was the kind of thing we did growing up.
And the funnel cakes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm guessing.
And the Aloha shave ice.
And I didn't care about Easter candy. I was never a full chocolate guy. I liked peanut butter cups. Once I got into the peanut butter egg
jelly
game,
beans, though.
I'm not a jelly bean guy.
That's weird.
Does it have sugar? Sign me up.
Yeah. When you're a kid, for sure.
But I mean, so that's where I guess like it would have been 4th of July. Yeah, 4th of July, Easter, and Christmas, because food wasn't that big a deal. Now Thanksgiving's moving its way, especially now that I'm back into eating some chicken and some more
turkey.
I don't know. I never was a fan. Maybe if somebody smoked,
try it though, right?
Like fried one or smoked one, I might try it.
Yeah.
I might try a turkey. I don't know. Somebody, hey, if you're out there, got a good turkey recipe?
You should roasted chicken for Thanksgiving.
Well, that's what we did this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. I want to do a smoked or like a deep fried chicken.
Oh, fucking sign me up.
Fuck yeah. I think that would be badass.
I'll smoke the hell out of it.
I'll smoke the hell out of some chicken. Yeah. So
I've got a barrel smoker.
Ooh.
That is.
We couldn't have this talk freaking 6 months ago.
It's the same size as a 22-inch Weber kettle grill. So it's the round one.
Oh, round
All right,
eye, huh?
that's a big old round one. The big trash can one. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that round one. What's like? Do you have any 4th of July memories? Like I have, like a tragic one, a good one, whatever.
My favorite 4th of July memories, which I would say was from when I was in my very early 20s, was me and my friend Justin would shoot Roman candles at each other every year.
Oh yeah.
And we traded off years. The one year I
That
hit
was
him,
the best Roman candle wars.
I directly
man.
hit him in the face one year, and then the next year he directly hit me.
And that hurts for a minute, but it's not nothing. Even you could eat one. I remember,
Yeah.
you know,
Those
the
were my
sparkler
favorite.
ones.
I
Those
still
ones
have it.
could get you good.
I have it on my Facebook, and we're doing it at Justin's house, and his neighbor is there with little kids, and his I
Is this
still
the same
remember-
guy you finished to when you were playing Call of Duty?
No, he goes, now you boys don't ever do that. And that's me and Justin we actually were wearing helmets. We had motorcycle helmets
Okay.
on that time. We were doing smart, but it's just, I know I have that somewhere.
Yeah, we did a lot of that. That we'd get up on roofs playing, and you'd have a whole satchel full or backpack full of them, and we're running around town playing them at night. It was a blast, man.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's a good one. What about you? You got any 4th of July memories? Burnt down anything?
Bottle rocket wars at the bonfire,
Yeah.
and that's out at a friend's property, and you can't see it from the street.
The best.
And where the bonfire was, it was down in the valley of 2 hills. And I understand that, talking about hills in Kansas is a little bit...
We
it's
have
like,
'em.
Oh, no, you're a liar. You're a liar. It's...
That's racist to say we don't have fucking hills in Kansas.
It's fantastic
landscapes,
because you
but-
can't see it from any road around, where the property is. You can't see it. You can't even see the smoke because it's dark out.
Okay.
And if a bottle rocket is a dud, throw it in the bonfire.
Yep.
Take a whole gross of them. Throw them in the fire.
Let her rip.
Where are they gonna go? Don't know. It's part of the fun. There's all kinds of T-shirts that have burn holes in them.
So many.
yeah.
From
So
bottle
many.
rockets.
So many. Oh, yeah.
Reminds me back when I was a welding hand back in the day.
No, you weren't. Shut up.
High
One
school.
of my favorite T-shirts says,
Is that thunder?
a little bit.
Could be.
Yeah.
Well, again, it's active storms here in the air capital city.
One of my T-shirts, it says, every great idea I have gets me in trouble. And it has a huge burn in it from fireworks.
Perfect. That makes perfect sense.
It came like that, or you did that?
I think he's.
It happened.
Yeah.
I didn't do it on purpose, but I love it.
I think one of my craziest was we were out at a party right outside of Belle Plaine, and I was out there with some different people, but you guys both know my buddy Anson. And he listens occasionally. I haven't talked to him for a long time. I'm sorry, I'm an asshole, dude.
Do not ever apologize for being an asshole. That is your badge of honor.
Okay,
you
well,
have
I'm
earned that.
I'm sorry. Well, I'm not sorry for being an asshole. I'm sorry that I haven't reached out.
There you go.
Thank you.
So, anyways, I got out there while it was going on, but I pulled up and there's a car on fire. And
High school?
This is high school.
Sick.
Was it on the bonfire?
Nope. It was sitting right by other cars as people are trying to move them in a massive hurry.
Yeah.
Essentially, it was the night before the big thing, and all the fireworks were in Anson's car, and and some dudes were staying over at his house.
Is
And
it Anson's car?
yeah, and they borrowed his car.
Did he get in trouble?
Anson did a little bit, but the guy that did it, basically they tried making. The story I recall, I just remember you getting there as everything's going off in the car still, and the car's, just burnt. As hot as you just
What kind of car?
like a celebrity, like an 80s celebrity, little short. He had 3 of them in high school, and 2 of them were identical. He got one to replace this.
My grandma Richards had one of a Chevy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, or Buick, but it was just one of those. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a celebrity. But, man, dude, it was the hottest fire. You're 30 feet away, 40 feet away, and it's just, the ground was just cooked. We had hoses going everywhere, and then I got there, and then we stayed for a minute while I was on fire, heard fire people and police come, and we bailed out.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
But then, I remember they got the car home to his house the next day, and it was just insane.
You drove it home?
No, they got it hauled home.
Oh.
And then we burnt down a field.
So what does parents say?
Freaked out, but they were partiers. They were. I mean, it was a $400 car. I think he bought it himself. But it was his car.
Yeah.
So he got back and forth to work. It had his stereo in it. I remember he was so fucking pissed. And I'm like, I remember he found out
CD deck was in there.
Oh yeah, dude. It was but he forgot to pull it out, man. He forgot to pull it out, dude.
Damn.
You got to pull it out, man. But
Man, it had a disc changer in it. Damn.
yeah, I think he had the removable face. It wasn't. I had the tape deck, but it was the entire removable one.
Did he have the?
I remember in high school, just to be funny. I mean, there was no reason
around
to.
with that shit?
I'd pull it into class and sit that on my desk.
What's crazy is those things are so cheap, worth nothing, and now we have like several $1,000 units in every vehicle now. It's like, nobody still knows.
Well, maybe not every vehicle.
We did. My buddy Nick Hamilton's
newer vehicle.
one year we tried making like one of those sparkler bombs, but
Those are the best.
But we like tried to shoot it into like a freaking barrel of like gas or like kerosene or something we'd put out there. It was like a plastic thing,
tape.
dude. And it freaking hit, and dude, it was like, and it freaking just cooked. I mean, I remember freaking out. That was their field, and it was like kind of surrounded by creek. But I'm like, this is a big deal, and he's like, I think we, And we got part of it out, and then I think fire department got the rest of it out.
Do you ever taken a shovel full of coals from the fire and throw them up into the tree?
No.
It
Never even
looks
considered
like
it.
Christmas.
Okay.
Never even thought about that.
I've been partaking in some extracurriculars in high school that would make you see things, and we've done that. We used to burn hay bales. And then you'd go up with big giant logs and hit them, and they just freaking shoot off. Or even stupider, you'd run up and jump and kick them to ash them. And then if you got lucky, you would bounce right back off. If you didn't get lucky, like our one buddy did, you'd stick into it for a minute, and we'd have to run up and pull you out of it.
That's how it started off. We were kicking coals.
He was the same guy,
outside
by
of
the
the
way,
fire
that burnt out Anson's car. What's that?
We were kicking coals outside of the fire ring.
Okay.
And it's like, man, it looks like a bunch of stars just there on the ground. So
then all of a sudden,
one of the fellas, I always change the names to protect the guilty, so I'll call him Aloysius, grabs a shovel
Sounds old timey.
and throws it up. He's an old timey dude, but he's still wild as fuck. He grabs a shovel full of coals and just throws them up in the tree, and it was like we were standing on top of the universe looking down at the stars.
yeah,
That's weird.
it's pretty badass. And you guys weren't on anything? Maybe Aloysius slid you guys some shit.
Well, I think it was a combination between...
Ayahuasca?
No, but I do have a story on that.
Are you with Aaron Rodgers? Is this
It
breaking
was
news?
a combination of Jim Beam and Corona.
Okay.
So it was a lovely party.
All right.
Sounds like it.
Skinman, you don't care. TJ, do you care? It's 23 days until NFL camps open. And are you wanting to tell your ayahuasca story, or is that just telling me you have one? Because I was going to chamber it.
Well, I have it, but you were just asking TJ about something, and I'm not here to step on any toes.
TJ, you care about NFL season opening? It's not 23 from an opening, from camps opening.
I'll tell you what I care about the most.
What's that?
I think it's July 17th, NCAA 2025.
Fuck yeah, I'm excited. We should be doing the count of that. 17th or 18th. It might even not be 19th or 20th if you don't pre-order it. But one of those days, it's real quick coming, between 15 and 18 days away, and I'll be playing it. We'll probably take a week or two off the show. Get me a couple.
July 19th.
Okay, there we go. We were right in between.
We were there.
So that's a bigger deal to you. The only other thing I have in sports news, and there was fights over the weekend, and that freaking...
we watched Slap.
Oh, yeah, that's true. We'll talk about that. Pereira is a freak, or whatever you say his name.
Alex Pereira.
Yeah, he's a freak, and my boy Andre Orlovsky's done in UFC, and probably should be done.
It's kind of fucked up, though, that Dana just cut him and doesn't have any kind of...
Yeah, I mean, he does that, though. He has that, and he's lost 4 fights or 3 fights in a row. I mean, he fights every fight, even at his age. I mean, nobody's just going to go fuck him up or whatever, so... What you looking for?
How much is left in that mighty can there?
A little bit. Why, you want some more?
Well, just a taste. I don't want to. All right. Tradesies.
You still want a taste?
Well, unless
There. Split it.
I didn't want to take all your
I don't want any of the
You got
orange.
2 tastes.
Yeah.
flavorings. All right.
He's already finished the orange, bud.
Oh, the orange is the bomb.
Oh, the orange is gone. The orange is gone. All right. What do you got?
Do you want me to tell a racist joke?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I got a 1 and 1. He said no, and you said yes.
I mean, no, but
yes. Okay. 2 black guys are walking down the street and see a sign that says "Make you white for 99 cents." One has $1, the other one has 98 cents. They come up with a plan. They go, "Well, you go in first." With the guy with the $1 go in first, and he says, "If it works, you come back out and give me the penny, and I'll go in." So the first guy goes in, takes his $1.
at least clean it up for this
He
part.
comes back out, and I mean, he's white as white can be, like handsome, like Henry Cavill.
Well,
Superman.
black people are beautifully handsome.
Yeah, but he's like a handsome white guy. That's what
Okay.
I'm saying. And the other black guys with his 98 cents
yeah, I think that's the joke.
is like, "Can I have a penny, please?" And the new white guy says, "No, get a job."
Bad word. Yeah. See,
N-word.
no, yeah, no, you can't tell the joke. I don't edit his jokes. I'm sorry. I knew where he was going. I seen the thing on one of
I
the.
heard another one like that too.
No, because we had 4 people. Now we have 2, and they're
Oh, we
both our
still do.
family, our loved ones.
Here, I want you to read
Yep.
this.
See, 2.
I want you to just read
I know when he does it.
read this right here for us. Start right there.
No.
Read it.
No.
Read it.
Start right there.
Yeah.
If you don't read it, you don't have a hair on your ass.
1 sock cutter, he cuts socks. 2 sock cutter, he cuts socks. 3 sock cutter, he cut socks.
They.
Oh, they. Sorry. 4. I'm trying. God dang it. Now it's sack cutter.
That's a sock.
The cut sacks.
Damn autocorrect.
He did. He fucked it all up.
I knew what it was doing. I almost got it in the one.
You almost had it.
He wanted me to say cocksucker. I don't know if you were getting that.
Oh, yeah.
I had to really, 1, not being a strong reader, but 2, I had to really think about it to not do it because it could do
Yeah,
it
I
to you
could
real.
see that.
It could do it to you
I
really
watched the
easy.
grandma do it. She like after the first slide, she looks at him. She goes, gives him like the stink eye. She's like, "You motherfucker!" You. Then she just continues reading and just starts saying "cocksucker" every time.
I wonder if she did it on purpose that time.
I don't know.
All right. Well,
I do have one other thing for us.
Okay.
And I kind of had this argument with my wife the other day.
you have another one for us too, but okay. What's the argument with your wife?
Okay. So if you were to do a life restart, okay? Say, let's just go back to we were talking about being 21. Would you want to be 21 with the same brain that you had at 21 or be 21 again with the brain you have now? Like with the way of thinking you have
You mean
now.
the knowledge?
Yeah, like so be like you're in your 21-year-old body and you have the same brain.
Well, I'd like to have
knowledge and
I would
everything.
like to know what I know
But you
now.
can't benefit off of it as far as like financially or anything.
No, but
Just
as far
world
as life
knowledge,
experience and mistakes and some of those things, yeah, I wouldn't mind knowing the things that I know, But I don't know if I probably made the same stupid choices at that age. But no, yeah, I mean, I think that's obvious. Is there another way of thinking? Or do you say like you wouldn't want to give up that chance to learn those mistakes or whatever?
I mean, it's just up for interpretation. What would you rather do? Why'd you look at me like that?
Because I think you would always want to go back and not make the same
Okay.
mistakes if you could. I mean,
So if you could be 21 again, what time frame would you want to be? Do you want to be 21 now? Would you want to be 21 when you were 21? Would you be 50s, 80s? Like, if you could pick a time.
I
to be
guess
21.
if like it was one of those things where you.
So pretend like your kids didn't exist. All that. Bullshit.
Yeah, that's the hard part. But
Just
I
pretend for
I
fun.
would probably say 80s or 90s for me or 60s. I
Yeah.
mean,
That's kind of exactly where I would be. What about you, Skinman?
I wouldn't change anything.
You wouldn't necessarily have to change anything. So
say
would you be
but if.
No, I wouldn't change anything because all of the mistakes that I made when I was 21 years old is who I am today.
Well, but just because you know, so yeah. I mean, I see what you're saying, but just because some of the
And if I took everything that I have in my head right now back to a 21-year-old
I wouldn't want to be. Goddamn, that has sucked. All the burden of life and all
Can
that.
you imagine how psychotic that little bastard would be?
I
don't
think
know.
just more for me, I guess it would be just maybe to some of the hardships, some of the financial things,
Well,
some
you can
of
benefit from it. Just
No, but I'm just saying,
there's no cameras back then. You just cut their nuts out and go on about your day.
Mm-hmm.
well, there still was cameras when we were 21.
So would you wanna
right?
be-
Well,
well,
I was. You're
yeah.
a couple years older.
So would you want to be 21 in 1995 or whatever it was, or would you want to be 21
was.
like in? Is that pretty close?
It was a little later.
So like 1992 or whatever.
No, it was.
98. What year did you graduate?
Well, I graduated in 94.
Oh, so 98, 98. Okay, so would you want to be in the mid 90s, or would you want to be like
98.
80?
I wouldn't change anything. Really.
But I mean, fantasy world.
If you could go back and visit
You
a
could
place,
just- yeah.
where would you go for a week in time? How about that?
I would go
He's-
to.
He's one of those, philosophers. He's overthinking it.
No, I would go to. What is it? I was trying to think of where the hell is Hitler from?
Germany.
Yeah.
In the
No, not Germany. It was
Austria?
Austria or something like that.
Austria.
Okay.
Austria.
In that time frame.
I just fucking nuke Austria.
Okay.
Well, you could just kill Hitler.
No, everybody.
Everybody. And that's my people, man.
You're welcome.
50% of me comes from there.
Yeah.
Um,
And just like in Turkey, you got to poison the well, that'll kill the land, and then they'll never come back from that.
I think I came in hot on Skinman. I got him in a.
Yeah, I was just kind of in more for fun. Like if you could spend a week in
Oh, this is fun.
no, like if you could spend a week in
Mass
1960,
genocide
yeah.
of somebody that fucking deserves it. Sign me up.
I mean, it'd be. I would like to do. Have you ever seen? It's also a Stephen King book. It's called 1963. It's when there's like a time portal and the guy can go back in time and he's supposed to try to stop Kennedy from getting assassinated. But when he goes back, he starts like in 58 or I can't remember what it is. So he's got to live there every time for like 6 years. But it's like you don't miss any time at home.
Okay.
But you're still going to age. It would be pretty cool just to step. Imagine how good the food would taste in 1960 compared to now.
Why?
Because it doesn't have preservatives and all the bullshit in it. That
It's
all the,
rotten.
I think
it's
it'd be-
rotten food.
I was gonna say, I
Delicious.
think
Fresh food would taste.
you'd be weird. I think you'd be like all the things you can't find. Like
You'd
I want a
shit so
Mountain Dew,
much.
no Mountain Dew, and it'd just be
Get
like
a real Coke.
you have
for
to go
sure.
somewhere to get to a soda fountain to get a soda. You can't even go to the store and get one,
That's
depending
true.
on when it
You're
was.
talking
be
about
cool.
that.
It
You're
would
talking
be
about
really
that
cool.
old timey
Yeah.
Coke.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
have
say, give me a couple of them Cokes, man. Give me a 2-cent Coke, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, have a Coca-Cola. It gives you pep because
the
of the
double.
cocaine.
Because it has cocaine.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, I think like 90s at the age where I could have enjoyed them would have been cool. I mean, I enjoyed them because I was young enough, but like to be an adult in the 90s would have been cool, or like I said, 80s.
80s would have been badass, too. I wouldn't even want anything to do with the 70s. It'd be like 80,
maybe part of the
60.
70s, but 60s for sure.
Oh, 70s and 80s was badass because we played with guns, we played with knives, we played with fireworks. The dumb ones, they didn't make it.
Yeah, I was thinking like 60s would
That
be
even
cool.
went up into like the 80s, 90s.
60s, though, you'd end up having to go to World War or Vietnam.
Yeah.
So I mean, but I'm just saying, let's just talk about spending a week.
Or just go to Canada.
Yeah,
You
or
have
whatever.
options.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of places all over the world I'd like to go for doing that. But, all right, so you came in here and you kind of said something to me. You had either a story had popped up or something.
Someone
And-
told me about
and
it.
it tells you, if you're listening, it's been a long time since I've been on. But apparently Pornhub and YouPorn, you need to create an account now. And I obviously haven't been on there because I just found out today. How long has this been going on, TJ? I mean,
January 1st.
okay.
No,
Yeah, TJ knows.
is brought into compliance as of Thursday, June 27th. Pornhub, a major adult content website, So it's made restrictive changes as Senate Bill 394 went into law, along with dozens of others on Monday.
The problem is there's still going to be the dirty ones out there, like you said when we were talking about this. I mean, it is good because you hear like these, especially like the young kids, because I'm glad this stuff didn't exist when I was... I mean, there was little bits of it, but not like at the fingertips like there was. You had to go find a video.
You had to fucking work to get porn.
Yeah, you had to hide it. You had to do so much. I mean, it was like a whole day playing around to watch freaking 30 minutes of porn to hide it, to go out and do a cabin in the woods, and I mean, just whatever you had to do.
You had a whole fucking fort.
I mean, I ran a freaking one time. I ran an extension. I mowed all one summer just to keep buying extension cables to hide them so I could run one down to like where this creek was that we all kind of hid out at, just so I could go down there to get away to watch them. Just thought it would be cool. There's
jerk off, huh?
Yeah, cables all over the place, and you know.
Yeah, behind grocery stores, that's a good place to find a skin mag.
That's true. And that's why I said we were also the generation.
Drainage ditches.
We were the generation of I mean, it was magazines and I remember the first stuff. Just even the old school porn is hilarious. You know. So
Pornhub's parent company is AYLO, AYLO, has publicly supported age verification of users for years. But we believe that any law to this effect must preserve user safety and privacy, and must effectively protect children from accessing content intended for adults. Unfortunately, the way many jurisdictions worldwide have chosen to implement age verification is ineffective, haphazard, and dangerous. Any regulations that require hundreds of thousands of adult sites to collect significant amounts of highly sensitive personal information is putting user safety in jeopardy. Moreover, as experience has demonstrated, unless properly enforced, users will simply access non-compliant sites or find other methods of evading these laws.
So this is a story against it, kind of.
Well, this is just coming from ALO or AO.
Their side of it.
Yep. So, I wonder what these other laws are that went into effect. Click on this here. What new laws go into effect in Kansas on July 1st, 2024?
I know we had some new stuff at work, but I don't think they're
laws. Tax and insurance. SB 15 increases amount of yearly income tax credits available. SB 19 establishes a Kansas National Guard educational master. These are really like tax shit.
You want to get a story ready? Do you have a story ready?
Yeah.
Nothing. None of these are exciting. Oh, right here. HB 27883.
For you code nuts.
Yeah. Anybody wanting to know that? Prohibits transgenders.
Oh, God damn it. I knew he was...
from using bathrooms assigned for only animals.
Skinman. News.
So, Casey, pay attention to that law. No more animal bathrooms for you.
Earliest evidence of ayahuasca use discovered in ancient shamanic pouch in Bolivia.
Ooh. Freaking, dude.
Is this like the mummy thing where you don't fucking open it?
No, this is where freaking Aaron Rodgers was, dude. He missed camp to Egypt and Bolivia apparently because he wanted a little taste of the first freaking ayahuasca ever out there. Go ahead, sorry, it's good, man.
A 1,000-year-old pouch made from 3 fox snouts sewn together was discovered in Bolivia to contain some tantalizing surprises, according to the National Geographic.
You're not supposed to... I mean, like, history is proven. You don't touch that stuff.
I don't know. Mummy turned out all right.
No, they fucking... What's
Treasure
that movie
Hunter.
with Tom Cruise where the mummy comes...
Yeah, that was fine. Mummy Returns.
Yeah,
that one was fine.
Okay. Aaron Rodgers is going to come back as some kind of fucking demon.
No, I can't think of a single time in a movie where they found, like Indiana Jones, any place where they found like something like that and it has turned out bad. So
Okay, always good.
Like, this is fine.
Best Indiana Jones movie.
The pouch held the world's earliest evidence of ayahuasca among a plethora of other mind-altering substances and drug paraphernalia.
I wonder how you can tell. I wonder how, like, if they had, like, they were all sampling it and they're all like, "It's definitely ayahuasca."
Was there like some guy that's like, he's like, "This is the 1,000-year-old one."
This is the one.
Oh, the aroma.
Yeah, the aroma. What would be 1,000-year-olds? This is 24. I can tell, or 1,024. I can tell. Good year for ayahuasca.
For the uninitiated, ayahuasca is a hallucinogenic beverage composed of 2 plants. One of these is an enzyme inhibitor which allows psychoactive effects to be processed by the liver. Come on, liver.
Can you buy that in Oklahoma? Is that legal in Oklahoma?
I think peyote, like, got a reservation, maybe, but
It's smokable variety, DMT, delicious.
oh, that's what he always
That's
talks.
what Rogan
That's
does,
what Rogan
right?
always talks about.
That's
probably-
pop culture.
Does
in
that show up
recent
on
years.
drug test? DMT.
Probably.
Scientists believe the archaeological
Looks like
No, that's a hard word. Archaeological.
It's a big word.
find likely belong to a shaman. Ayahuasca has been consumed by South America's indigenous peoples for millennia. Oh yeah, it's 1,000 years, so that makes sense.
Isn't that what Val Kilmer was on Entourage? Wasn't he a shaman? Isn't when he gets them the weed?
He was something. Yeah, I think so. He's one of my favorite actors that, you know.
I just watched Tombstone yesterday.
Scientists believe the archaeological find likely belonged to a shaman. Ayahuasca has been consumed by South America's indigenous people for millennia.
1,000
Penn
years.
State University. Easy, Penn State. Easy.
Ooh, man.
There's some backstory news on Penn State. Anthropologists
Up
originally
front.
found
We need to go to
the
Penn State
pouch
Bank.
in 2010. Well, this is some old news. But his detailed findings was published this week.
About 55% of users report adverse mental health effects ranging from hearing and seeing things to feeling disconnected to nightmares.
Are you hijacking my story?
He is.
This is a different one. I was just doing effects of it. Of the respondents reporting mental health effects, 87% believe they were completely or somewhat part of a positive growth process. Perkins noted that his group is now part of a $2 million phase 2 clinical trial in ayahuasca for alcohol use disorder and treatment. How do you get part of one of those things? Sorry, go ahead. I was just.
How do you get to be
I kind of wanted to know some.
research?
I was trying to figure out some like side effects. Overall, health effects were reported by nearly 70% of participants, with most common being vomiting and nausea, headaches, abdominal pain. About 2% of the participants.
Shit.
Pain. It didn't say you have to shit. Participants who reported adverse physical events required medical attention. I'm freaking out! I'm tripping my fucking balls off. I'd like to see TJ on some ayahuasca. I'll be your guide.
I would do it. Like if I knew I.
I'll be like that guy because they have somebody like sit through that won't be on it and they help you get through your shit, man.
Oh, I know a guy.
You'll sit. I won't do bad things to you.
Radiocarbon dating of the leather bag of 3 coyote snouts. Well, let's make a bag out of noses. Why not? You know. Showed it was used sometimes between 900 and 1170 AD.
That's a big range.
There's insane amount of information on everything you want to freaking search, man. Rituals, yeah. Amazon, man. We don't go to the Amazon and do it because I think I'd be freaked out. Like, you imagine seeing one of those
Order ayahuasca on Amazon.
on Amazon?
Yeah.
Probably. You can imagine seeing one of those gigantic spiders or snakes or something freaking
Chance to
tripping your
fucking
balls off.
freak out,
Oh my
dude.
god. Yeah, no, I don't know, man. Maybe when I'm old and retired or something, it might be good. I mean, I've been going through some funk. Maybe that's what we all need. We need to, go somewhere to have, maybe Aaron Rodgers will fly us out to do some
I
ayahuasca
don't
with
think
him.
so.
You don't think he will?
No.
I don't think he'd like me.
I don't think he'd like you at all.
I don't think he'd like you at all once he got to know you.
Why? He'd like me a lot.
You don't like 4th of July, bro.
I didn't say that.
What else? He's got some other stories. Most of the ones I found weren't that great, if I'm honest. Dude, you know what's... Here's what a crazy time that we're at. You watch the 30 for 30s?
I have. I mean, usually like if
Have you ever watched an ESPN 30 for 30, Skinman?
On Netflix, I have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I think they're on ESPN the app or whatever.
Yeah, they're all over. I mean, you can YouTube
What's the
them.
newest one about?
The FaZe Clan.
I don't even know what that is.
They started out after we were talking about the whatever the game you were talking about before, but then in Call of Duty and all that.
Oh, yeah?
They were right when my son started playing, maybe even he got a little bit later. They were a clan on Call of Duty of these kids. Almost every one of them ends up to be a foreigner kid. It's, different story, bullied, picked on. They all met online, and they won like the first ever Call of Duty championships and won like $1 million. And then like a lot of them have done really good. They were the first ever like online, basically franchise. They traded on the NASDAQ. They were a publicly traded company.
What?
They were huge game, and they had. I mean, it was just they were massive, and they were kids. And then they got older by this point. By the time they were trading on the NASDAQ, and then the story went on to how they got screwed. There was what I was watching.
Nice.
And how they basically got screwed out of kind of the company, but they all then these people that were running it ran it to the ground, and then they bought it back. But every one of them's talking about they got screwed, and they were all sitting like in mansions, and and then they're showing them like young, like with just all But it's just crazy because my son they would make up different versions of FaZe Clan when we would play Call of Duty.
Yeah,
and these guys were the guys that were out there dominating it. These little kids talking shit and smoking us. They were, the no scope thing. They started the no scope, and then all of a sudden, millions of people are playing, sniper no scope. They started the whole sniper trend, and I was the sniper originally when we first used to play whatever the game we were talking about.
Ghost Recon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go water that tree that the branch fell off.
He's been drinking too much. We got 8 minutes left in the show. You're okay, buddy.
Not too much, but just enough. How about that?
All right. It blew my mind that's where 30 for 30, but they're huge. It's kind of like, the Jake Pauls, they were the original making money off of, kids watching them stream and all of that stuff.
You don't have any shoes on. He just noticed.
He does that. I don't know if he's even going to put them on. I think he is. No, he's getting a cigarette. So
he's got to smoke. Look at that fucking fancy holder.
Yeah, he's got a nice case. If you're not here, he'll smoke in here. If you're here, he's been respectful and will not.
That, Skin Man.
Hey, these two ACs have done real good in here. It's hot and humid out here. We're probably still 95 in the air capital city, and we got 73 in the studio. So I'm digging it. It feels good.
Hisense?
Yeah, that thing's doing good mixed with the Medusa. Medea?
Matilda is what that says.
That's not a T, is it? It's Midea. It's Medea, bro.
Is that like a birth control?
Well, I think it's the chick.
Moderna?
No, Medea is the.
Oh, she goes to jail.
Yeah, Medea goes to jail.
Medea's up to all kinds of shit.
She is. She's done so fucking much.
It's kind of like it's like the black Ernest. He went to camp and jail and Christmas. And
we'll talk wrestling here for a minute to end the show, but some of the things we did not get to is, well, let's do it real quick. The debate shit. It was also what you watching. You did not watch it. I watched it, and I watched it freaked out because I did see
I just watched highlights.
An 82-year-old man struggling to get through a debate. He had points where he was fine. It was a fucked up debate. They no prep, no notes. You could write notes while you were there. All these things. It doesn't matter. But I took away just kind of scared. You turn it to every channel after that was especially like a Democrat channel, and they're already going, all right, are they thinking about finding somebody else?
They will.
Donor.
What do you think?
They can't now. Unless he gives it up and something happens, he has to give up his delegates. It can't happen. So if he does it, then it automatically guarantees Trump. So that's why I don't think they were. Also, the crazy thing, so then I go to work the next day, and I'm expecting, because a couple people, I'm not even like a liberal anymore at all. I think
you're way less liberal than you.
Yeah, I think we can say that. I still am an anti-Trump guy because I think he is an angry cancer, and I think he proved that in the debate because just like what I thought when I walked into work, not what I thought. I thought people were just going to be crushing. They were going, if he would have just answered the questions, if he would have just stayed to it, the other guy was doing the rest to himself. But then you had people that were on the fence that now are either sympathizing or going, I'm no better off. You're right. now I have to completely go back to who do I trust that they put around him? Blah, blah, blah. I mean, the fact of the matter is Trump doesn't know a single policy thing. I don't know if Biden knew where he was, and I could be honest with you on that. But then he does a speech after where he's completely coherent with it, and maybe this is where everybody's pointing some dementia or whatever. Then he does one the next day on the campaign trail and nails it. Is it also the way the debate was done? He's not good at getting messed with. He stutters, and he's 82, plain and simple. My takeaway is we're screwed. If this is what we have, if both parties didn't look at that and go, we seriously have to think about what we need for our country. Because 4 or 5 different times, the thing that I think, again, even I had Republicans at work point out was, this country's a cesspool. If you want to be the future president, you don't say that. We've fallen off from where we were. I mean, there's just certain ways to say it. And the gloom and doom thing, I think it brings that out of people. I don't know. I just think we're screwed either way. That's where I've come to. I'm getting closer to voting for RFK. At least I can kind of justify.
I just wish he could talk different.
I just wish I could justify a little bit better.
You're not even doing it right. Like, it makes me almost want to throw up when he talks.
It does hurt a lot when he talks. But
I listened to like him on Rogan. I'm like, I just feel sick.
Yeah, but even him, he's just a little too extreme. If he just stepped back, he'd probably get 30% of the vote and at least really blow this thing up. And we might truly, because the one thing I'll say. This election is what the idea for the people that want the 3-party system, because this is where you have to have, and the problem is the third guy they're putting up just has some good points and just has some that are just a little off. Oh, he went and changed too. He peed. He might have. I don't know what all he's done since then.
Though, because he's about
pants are falling down.
Yeah. Looking like a fool with his pants on the ground.
So that was my takeaway. I really think we're just in trouble both ways. What to me would have been cool at this point where we are with these guys, if they each had their 3 top cabinet members sitting at a table right beside them. You asked them a question, they went over and talked to him, and then came back and gave an answer.
Like a debate,
kind of, yeah. Because that tells me truly how the person's going to do the job. Because I don't want the president making all the decisions. I want him listening to the people that you put around him, because you need the calmness and the whatever. So here nor there. Wrestling update, buddy.
Okay.
And you don't want to talk about it. You didn't watch. Or you want to talk about it.
Money in the Bank is this weekend. Let's just talk about just the major matches here.
I've been watching the build up. I think they messed.
I can't believe they
really messed up the. Yeah, they really messed up the CM Punk, and I don't know if they're building it to further out, but
it's gonna go and go.
Yeah, they're throwing that one off a little bit, but and then I think they're throwing off the Jey Uso storyline lately.
Yeah, I think that's because Jey Uso's got there. I think he's going to win Money in the Bank.
I think he has to, because he's just too big a deal. I don't know if there's any more over wrestler in wrestling right now.
Yeah. Okay, so we got the women's Money in the Bank.
You're going to pick matches. You don't know none of them. That's what makes it fun.
Okay, Chelsea Green, Io Sky, Lara Valkina, Naomi, Tiffany, and Zoe Stark for women's Money in the Bank. I personally would like to see Chelsea Green, but I kind of think it's going to be Tiffany.
I'm going to say Tiffany, because she's the one they're putting over, kind of like the new.
It's Tiffy time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the name Chelsea, so I'm going to go with Tiffany.
Okay. Men's, Jey Uso, Carmelo Hayes, Andrade, Chad Gable, LA Knight, and Drew McIntyre.
It's either Chad Gable or Jay, and I think it's Jay.
Yeah, because here's how I think it's going to happen.
They could maybe do it to. Just if they are trying to really fuck with Drew McIntyre, you could give it to him. He could win the title and then lose it to CM Punk again. Is the only reason why I thought there's no other way. They just forced him into it last night, because he wasn't even supposed to be in it, and they put him in a horrible triple threat match with that Dragunov and Shameless. And
so Chad Gable's gonna get it fucked from the Wyatt 6. LA Knight's gonna get cost by fucking Logan Paul. Drew's going to get fucked by Punk, and I think Jey Uso wins. Nobody gives a shit about Carmelo or Andrade.
Yeah, the Gable's going to get messed with by his people, or...
Yeah. So I say Jey Uso.
Okay. You remember any names?
I'm going to go with Chad, just to keep it interesting.
Okay. Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker for Intercontinental Championship.
I don't see how they don't give it to Braun. He's the most over. Though last night was, again, cool, because he went to do his thing where he wrapped back around, and Sami Zayn was ready for it, but then he still ended up fucking Sami Zayn up. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm surprised they'll take it off of him that quick, but also he's kind of had his little run. Who do you think there, Sami Zayn or Braun Breaker?
Sammy.
Okay. Damian Priest versus Seth Rollins. for the World Heavyweight Championship.
I think they find a way to. I don't see how.
I don't see it unless like Finn Balor costs him the title.
I could see that, and because they are trying to get him out of Judgment Day, I just don't know how they put it back on him that quick unless they're trying to set up some other. I don't know what the next storyline is, so that one makes less sense.
I'm gonna say Damian Priest.
I'm gonna say freaking Seth.
I was gonna go with Seth.
Okay. Bloodline, the new Bloodline versus Cody, Kevin Owens, and Randy Orton. And by the way, Randy Orton, did you see that? I may have said.
Are they going to give him a fourth, or is it going to be 4-on-3?
I don't think.
Is
Fatu
Fatu Jacobs not
Dude,
gonna?
that guy's so fucking.
Yeah, he's
good.
a freak.
Oh my god. Did you see that deal with Randy the other day? They're like 275. He goes,
His weight
90 right now.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
God, he's huge. His fucking legs are gargantuan. But Bloodline, yeah.
I don't see how they got them so.
They gotta get the title
unless
off of Cody
somebody
too, 'cause
comes
nobody
in.
gives a shit that he's a champion right now.
Yeah.
And I want to hear any remember when Roman don't defend the title? Cody hasn't fucking.
Well, he's been wrestling,
has,
but yeah, he's defended. I think at every. He's defended at every single pay-per-view since he's had it.
He's boring.
I would rather the other ones win, but yeah, the chase was fun, and I could see maybe him losing it and then going back over to Raw, and then him and Seth having something.
Yeah,
They could make that fun.
We just need to get Roman back, but which Roman's dad just died, so I don't know.
Yeah, he'll be
how
out for a
it's gonna
while.
be. Yeah.
All right, that's the end of wrestling news.
Yeah.
Have you even been watching much lately? Because you used to text me and stuff, and you watch SmackDown. You don't watch Raw.
I don't have your password right now, so I haven't.
Oh, so I end up usually watching Raw more than I watch SmackDown. So
what's going on with that?
It might be behind, might be messed up. I don't know.
It looks like it's like doing this. It's stuck in some kind of loop. There we go.
Is it still? Well, no. Yeah, that's the Facebook. It's usually behind.
Yeah, but
So. And it might have been stuck in a loop. I don't know how long we've been on or off air. You know, you were watching. We were on for a while. So,
it off.
anyways, you got anything else before we go, buddy? You want to?
One more.
Okay, you got a story for us?
Yeah.
Skinman
News with Skinman.
What you can learn from poop?
There's the amount of poop stories there are out there these days is crazy.
An
like a
Arizona
shitty story.
museum tells the stories of ancient animals
Pretty crappy.
through their fossilized poop.
How can you know? What if this was a human museum? Like you're like, I'm gonna go. Oh man, the museum of people. You know,
That's Johnny Cash's shit right there.
That's some. Was that? Did he make that when he was doing Saint?
Yeah.
Oh man, I could tell.
Williams, Arizona. One way
Not a lot to do
help
there.
tell how a T-Rex digested food is to look at its poop. Bone fragments.
That's a huge pile of crap.
That is a massive. How big is a fucking T-Rex
Is that
pile
what he
of shit?
says? Is a Triceratops, but he says that's a huge pile of crap, right?
Does it give you
Is that the line?
dimensions on that shit, bud?
Bone fragments in a piece of fossilized excrement at a new museum in North Arizona, aptly called the Pooseum, are among their tinier bits
Like that dog.
of evidence that indicate T-Rex wasn't much of a chewer, but rather swallowed
Like
whole chunks of prey.
You ever seen that? What's that big ass like Komodo dragon? You ever seen it just eat like a whole fucking deer? It just swallows it whole. Doesn't even chew it up. Just like.
That's crazy. Their stomach digests it.
Unhinge the jaw?
So, like,
sure, why not?
How long do you think it takes for them thing to fucking die inside of it? Like it's not getting chewed up, so it just.
This could be the
suffocates?
defining role of your career.
I think it dies real quick. I didn't mean to click on a video there. You Google. I'm just trying to find out how big dinosaur poop is, but
Well,
sorry.
haven't you seen Jurassic Park? Dr. Malcolm, that's a huge pile of shit.
That's how you get your...
Is that how you get your dinosaur news?
Yeah.
All right.
Where else would you get dinosaur
That's just
news?
good research is all that is.
Dino facts.
Yeah, you sound like the old man on there.
If you're trying to tell me that Malcolm is a liar...
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, my God.
Go ahead.
Now, can we just interrupt that real quick? What would you have done when you were in the two explorers and the fucking T-Rex comes? Would you have stayed put or would you have tried to run like the lawyer does?
On feet, you mean?
Yeah, like, you know, you're in there and the fences come down and you fucking hear them coming. You see him.
Well, nobody survived in the vehicle. Well, I guess some people got thrown in the vehicle. And
Well,
then,
only the lawyer died. He got ate when he was sitting on the shitter.
yeah. I don't know. In that fear moment, I would try to get out of there. I don't know how. I mean, I don't know. I'd probably run. I mean,
Yeah, like you wouldn't have your 50 cal already loaded when you landed on the helicopter.
that's true. I'd be ready.
To fail to plan is to plan to
What is
fail.
that?
It's probably thunder, a plane, lightning.
What would you do, Skin Man? No gun involved.
No gun involved.
Yeah,
What's
you're just
the point?
But you're just like you're in the movie right there.
Yeah.
You're Dr. Malcolm. What would you have done?
Well,
I try to get like a big gigantic stick. So if he bit
Like
me,
he'd stick it in his mouth.
yeah. So he'd like.
He's
then-
got no downward pressure. He's only got upward pressure.
Yeah, so I just freaking jam that thing in there, and then I'd run for a little bit more. But I mean,
T-Rexes have dicks.
I don't know. I figure you would know. Check. You got the password. Get in. Check.
would you be able to? Would you be able to reach with your field knife to cut their nuts out?
How tall were they to the nut?
Man, they always sucked at driving in those. I feel like if you were better driving, I don't think.
Yeah, because he's chasing
And I don't
down
think
that
they
piece
would
of
be
shit
smashing down those trees like that either. I don't know. I feel
Now,
like.
if that was a CJ5,
Oh man,
good luck.
I'd go
with
at
that.
it.
7, wasn't it? I don't know my Jeeps.
I don't know my Jeeps either.
Well, it was
Tell you
only
what, they weren't putting those gay ass ducks on that Jeep. They were fucking running.
it was only a 4.0.
Yeah, they were weak, man. They were island Jeeps. They weren't meant for. They were just meant
Would you
for.
rather go up against a T-Rex or a Velociraptor?
Probably a
Me
T-Rex.
too.
Yeah, T-Rex, you could outrun it.
They're scary.
What, Velociraptors?
Yeah, I'd say they're the scariest.
Yeah.
What about the one that killed Newman?
Yeah. And there's a lot more of them too.
You know, in the book, John Hammond gets killed by the little ones.
Those ones are scary. Those ones scare me the most because there were so many of
Yeah,
them,
they
man.
eat the shit out of him in the book.
I've never read the book.
I have.
All right, tell us a little bit more about poop.
The Puseum sign features its bright green T-Rex cartoon character sitting on a toilet to grab attention from the buzzing neon lights and muffled 1950s music emanating from other businesses.
Does it give you their annual capacity? You know, like what are they? What are their daily turnstile turns? You know, they got
Not a lot.
4 people coming through. 40. What are we at?
About the same many people that come on at the end of Jeepers Creepers 2 to look at the fucking one he's got up on the wall.
Well,
By the way, it's the 23rd year right now.
Uh-oh.
back on the serious answers, they range from minuscule termite droppings to a massive specimen that weighs 20 pounds.
What's the biggest poop you've ever had, weight-wise, you think?
5 pounds.
You think you've had a 5-pound?
Yeah.
Did you weigh it?
I could just tell by buoyancy in the water how much the water came up.
I've never had anything over a pound.
I think at total bowl fill, I've probably done 1.5 pounds, maybe 2.
But did you weigh
And that's
it?
poop news.
You got to weigh it before.
We
and
talked about
after.
this, I think, on a previous show, toilet weights. Because I think that would be a cool thing where if you could just poop and you knew what it was, you know.
Yeah.
Also, it would save me because I could weigh myself before a poop and I wouldn't have to know what I lost.
Yeah.
You never quite lose what you think you do either.
Speaking of weight, 228 today.
Speaking of weight, 196 today. I got up to highest high we haven't talked about on the show. I went over
202 pounds.
207.
Oh.
I think I'm 183.
He's
He's been working in the heat though. His pants were falling down when he's
Man,
walking
I've been trying. I've done decent here lately, but
There is no try. There is doing and not
that's
doing.
true. I gave up the booze until lately. I'm back off of it, other than tonight, I guess.
Restart
Tonight
that
I'm
clock.
I gave up sugar. I've done really good with that one. I've only probably had 1 or 2 sugary treats in 3 weeks.
Had lots of them.
I've cut my late night snacks down. I just got to figure out.
No midnight snacks.
No, I've been cutting them down. I've been doing better. Well, not for sure what's going to happen over the next couple weeks. I may take a little break. We may still just do, I don't know. We'll see.
I'll be unavailable Monday and Tuesday of next week.
That's what I said. Just with coming off, I'll be off Monday. We'll see what Tuesday's like. At least I take a week or so and then kind of get back on schedule, finish out the year. And
We need to at least make it to 100.
oh, yeah. We're at 98 tonight. No, we're going to make it. So we can do the next 2. I don't care. We're going to make 100. I'm not done.
Oh.
I'm not done completely.
We need to do something special for that day.
Yeah, we'll try to come up with a good
I'll see
show.
if I can get Joe Rogan on the show. We've talked about it. But.
I think it would be cool even if we could arrange maybe like our guests of the past. Even if it was the Jay and the Chance and the 10 for 10 and if we could even just do 5 or 10 minutes calls with them and set up something on that show or see how many of them I can get on to Zoom or something, I think would be kind of fun as well. So we'll come up with something for 100. I'm definitely not done. I just lately just life kicks butt and all that and take a little break, and you put a lot out there and don't get a lot in return sometimes on the downloads, and just to reset and try to come with some fresh stuff and try to come up with some better ideas for Gladiator Golf, get that off the ground.
Yeah, how's that not hit?
I don't know, man. I even had a good idea for these people like that don't want to hit and stuff. You could pay some extra money and get like the little turret. Like,
that'd be sick.
You know, we'll have to like pressure them down, or we might have to step that up. But you'd have like a turret, and maybe we would do like soft golf balls on that one because they're coming out like at 104. But I thought that would be an awesome addition. And then maybe you could have like I don't know. I was trying to think of a way you could do like a golf ball bomb that you would like throw up, and it would like be like a scatter. Yeah, and like, but you know, but it always went off in the air, and then it would like do a scatter down thing or something, or even you throw it off on the ground, and it's like, whoop!
Like the deal in Longest Yard.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
What did they call it? I can't remember what they called that, but
scatter bomb or
they're like,
something. Throw a scatter or whatever.
Fucking jumps on the ground.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll come up with some ideas. So, like I said, we may be back next week. We may be off. We'll see. Everybody's got different schedules lately. It's hot out. Studio's doing good though.
Yeah, feels good.
You were worried about it being hot in here. It held up. You okay?
Oh, it's nice.
It feels nice in here, man. It's almost cold.
I don't know about that.
Okay, it's not. All right. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week. What are we going out on?
P2 A-Town.
All right. Oh, dang, I hit the wrong one.
Boobies aren't things that give you milk. You get in my face with that, I'll kill your goddamn ass, you son of a bitch. You piece of shit. I'm here to date your 6-year-old. I will eat your ass. I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do, Alex.